We are living proof that you don't have to spend your hard-earned money on ads, and that organic reach and organic growth is going to lead to a better return than actually putting money out there.
I'm Brittany,
And I'm Alex.
and you're in the Editing Castle.
This is very close to St. Patrick's Day. When you're watching this, I hope you're getting ready to be festive. We got our green on and we're excited.
What are you editing in your castle today?
I am working on some of our short form. We've been pumping out some podcast episodes and we're so excited to bring them to you. And part of what we're working on is finding ways to create short form in order to share a little bit about what's to come.
It's been awesome to see how it's helping the podcast to grow. I would highly recommend it for anybody who is also seeking growth. Take your long form and make it into short form.
Yes, absolutely. Britt, what are you working on today in your editing castle?
Today, if I'm lucky, I'll be able to open up Aftershoot retouching and use this new beta feature that Aftershoot is rolling out to edit away things like hair frizz, blemishes, all kinds of distractions. I'm really excited about that.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what the program can do for you.
It's cool that it continues to evolve.
What are you working on today in your editing castle?
Whatever you're working on, we're so happy that you're here and we get to hang out.
Thank you.
This episode is inspired by the main question that we get from a lot of our community, and that is, how do I grow my business? How do I get more inquiries? The easy answer is you need to increase your brand awareness. When you let people in on your journey, that can help to lead to organic growth through word of mouth referrals. This episode is all about brand awareness and building it in some unconventional ways.
Yes, exactly.
The advice we're going to give today is how we built Chasing Sunsets to be what it is now. And it all started with the St. Patrick's Day parade. In the tiny town where we're from, there is this stretch of highway. It's Highway K, and everybody every St. Patrick's Day comes from far and wide to watch the parade and to party. It's actually probably the party first. The parade is just a bonus. And we recognized back when we were building our business that this would be an awesome opportunity to meet a lot of people quickly.
Our plan was to walk up and down the parade and take pictures of the community and ask them to tag anybody that they saw on the post that we shared on Facebook. This is a great way to broaden our network and expand our portfolio.
Well, exactly, because we got to introduce ourselves to a lot of the people who were partying. And that was fun because you get to say, hey, I'm Brittany, I'm a photographer. This is my camera. It felt like this really organic way for people to quickly realize that we were a local business that they could go to for this service.
Yes. And honestly, some of the outfits were so outrageous. It was amazing to photograph anyways.
Yes, this was a really fun day. We captured a lot of great content. We posted it online. We asked everybody from the community to tag anyone that they knew. And what this did is it allowed us to establish ourselves in the local market, which then led to the organic growth.
Word of mouth references go so far, especially when people are learning about big milestone events in their friends and family's lives. The first person that comes to mind is often referred. And if that can be you, that's going to be a lot more business coming in that hopefully can connect and convert to sales.
Exactly. A couple of examples of community events that could be awesome for this free work: parades, holiday gatherings, harvest fest, craft shows, trade shows. Can you think of any others?
Yeah, honestly, even like those music events, I'm sure that if they're run by like a local chamber of commerce or some type of organization,
they would love that content.
They would love that content too. And you're right. Any type of event really is a great opportunity to put your name out there, especially when you're just starting.
I love word of mouth referrals.
We are living proof that you don't have to spend your hard-earned money on ads, and that organic reach and organic growth is going to lead to a better return than actually putting money out there. When you're doing organic growth this way, number one, you're getting in front of those people, but it's also giving you actual data as to what worked and what didn't.
What do you mean by that, Alex?
Well, what I mean by that is if you create content about you going to the parade and interacting with these people, it introduces a new way for you to actually advertise without spending any money. You can advertise in this organic way of showing something that you did in the community. This will also show other big community sponsors or the people that actually put these I don't know why I can't think of the name of it right now, but
Organizers?
the people that organize these events, they could see your content and
Yeah.
they could reach out to you because they want you to provide that service for their event.
Oh, right.
That's one way that it could help grow organically, even outside of being at the parade. What you do at the parade allows you to create short form for people moving forward that can see themselves in your content. If the person that you're doing some kind of content with looks similar to them or fits a certain demographic that they do, they can recognize that and feel a lot more comfortable with your brand moving forward for their services.
A great example of this from the St. Patrick's Day parade was young people saw us capturing young people, and that allowed them to either recognize the people in the content. They're like, that's my friend, that's this person, I know them. And a lot of times customers are very comfortable hiring mutuals. It's fun for people in local communities and markets to understand that we're somehow all connected. The best way to put yourself in front of new audiences is to get connected to new audiences and to build what we like to call cohorts. Cohorts is a very specific niche audience that you're targeting your content or your service towards.
Yes.
At the parade, one of our cohorts that we were seeking to target was young couples in the area who were in love and might want photographs, whether that's for engagements or weddings, anything like that. That was what we were seeking. But what ended up happening because of where we were at in business is it ended up leading to family sessions, senior sessions, all kinds of different community events we were invited to capture, all because we were the photographer in the local market.
And although we didn't necessarily gain any money on the day at the parade, we weren't accepting tips or anything like that.
Can you imagine?
Just a
Just
couple
few
questions.
questions.
We weren't accepting tips or payment of any sort. We were just doing it to do it and document a part of
It
somebody's
was
day.
also really good practice with your camera.
Definitely go practice with your camera. Always find a reason to go practice with your camera. But it also got us out into the community. It got us some miles. That's good too. Definitely need that exercise.
That is probably about a mile long chunk
I
of
think
parade.
we did it like
We
two
did
or
it.
three times.
Yes, we walked up and down in the parade. We were on the sidelines. We were in and out of a few of the party barns. It was fun.
It was fun. But like you mentioned, it gives you a good opportunity to like elevator pitch yourself. And I'm not talking about push marketing. I'm talking about, okay, you're showing that you provide this service with a camera. You're associating your business with this camera. Some of the people that you interact with are going to immediately go, oh, I need your service with your camera.
Mm-hmm.
That's an opportunity to elevator pitch. Don't just push yourself onto people if they're not looking to be sold to. That's like, have you ever heard about like, can you sell me this pen? Have you ever heard that before?
No, what is that?
Okay, Wolf of Wall Street is a crazy movie, right? And Jordan Belfort is the dude who made a bunch of money. Leonardo DiCaprio played him. I don't know if you remember this or not.
Of course.
But one of the scenes when they're trying to get hired by Jordan is he asks them, okay, sell me this pen. And he hands them a pen. If someone just says, oh, this is the best pen, it writes better than anything ever, all these things, they didn't start in the right place, which is, how long have you been looking to buy a pen? How long have you been looking for this service? If they're not going to answer that question, it's not even worth trying to push yourself on somebody. That's why we don't recommend push marketing.
Make it their idea. That's so Dale Carnegie.
Make it their idea to inquire about your services. And then by all means, talk about yourself. Talk about why you love to do what you do. Talk about your why for getting
your
into it.
skills, your level of expertise. I love imagining that the universe is always connecting us to who we're meant to come across.
Yeah.
And when you go into every interaction with this mindset, what happens is somebody comes across you, you mention you're a photographer, give them the space to go, I've been looking for a photographer. You're a gift from the universe. I was just talking with someone about how I want more content of this. I like that connection because then it feels a lot like they were already looking for you, even though you just met.
Absolutely, Britt. There's been so many times where things have happened like that. And it only happens when you allow the universe to work with you. Putting yourself out there in these public events allows somebody to have an interaction with you in person. Maybe they're not somebody that comments or interacts with things online. That doesn't mean that they're not seeing it. It just means that they're not engaging with it. But if they're much more of a personable, in-person type of person, sorry, that was a lot of persons in a row. But if they're that type of person, they're much more inclined to talk to you when they can actually see you and have a face-to-face interaction with you.
Some people hire photographers that they specifically seek because that person is going to make them feel more comfortable.
Oh, yeah.
Not everybody feels confident on camera. And when you have that in-person interaction and you can already show how you can make people feel energetically, they're going to immediately understand that you could make them feel that way on camera. You could solve one of their problems, which is this idea that they're insecure in that space. To help people feel confident, that's something you can show in just a quick interaction. This is how I could make you feel if you wanted to be in front of my camera.
That's such a good point. Literally showing them how you do what you do is the best advertising.
Yes.
100%. How many times have you booked weddings based on people saying, I was at a wedding that you were at?
Exactly.
Not that you were at, that you were working.
Exactly. Don't tell people what you're going to do for them. Show them.
Show them.
Show them.
Show them.
They will feel it. People will never remember what you say in those interactions. I don't think one person from that day remembers it the way that we do.
Right.
But they always,
they were drinking.
Well, sure. Alcohol. But they remember how we made them feel.
Yeah.
And then when the album resurfaced on Facebook and we were inviting the community to tag people they knew, it felt like they were just kind of closing the loop and creating new organic connections for us, which was really special. We are huge proponents of invite your community in on your journey and help them help you grow.
And have fun while you're doing it. The person in the room with the biggest smile is going to
Yeah.
make the most money. That's just something that we've taken away from our serving career.
Be infectious with your joy.
Be very happy about running around with your camera. It's just a happy thing.
It is. There's so many compliments that I've received from wedding days where people just come up to me and tell me that they love my smile, my energy. And it's very special to me that they can see how much I love what I'm doing. And that leads to more referrals and more recommendations because they're in awe of someone who loves their job. And I do. So a fun little bonus mini episode to just remind you guys to get out there, get involved in your community. If you're looking to grow and establish yourself in a new community, maybe you just moved.
Yes.
This is an awesome entry point for anyone. You need to meet more people, and it's very different meeting people in person and making a lasting impression versus just having fire content online.
Some people might look at the event that we're describing right now and been like, that's below me. I'm never going to go and do something like that. So you didn't get paid at all? Like, why would you lose money doing that? But the point of the matter is you're showing that you're open to opportunity. That is the biggest thing, especially in the beginning of your business. Get your name out there, get yourself out there, and get involved with your community.
So beautifully said. If you love this episode and it brought you any value, please share it to your Instagram story and tag us so we can see it.
If you have any ideas or topics that you'd love for us to cover in the Editing Castle, you can send us an email at editingcastlepodcast@gmail.com.
Please leave a review on any platform you're listening. It helps us to grow the show organically and get us excited about the next episode we're going to produce.
We're so happy you stopped by.
And you are always welcome back
And we'll see you next time
in the Editing Castle. Happy St. Patrick's Day!